Tour Junkies.
Greetings, golf addicts. Welcome to the Tour Junkies show for what is this golf tournament? We're in Canada this week. Canadian Open. The Canadian Open this week. And listen, DB's here, but I just got to start the show. The AC unit's not working. I got an AC repair guy. He's walking around here. I have to wear this cutoff shirt that I made of myself. You can see that. That's me on a Miata, so that I could be cool enough to do the show here. And look, it's and I don't have any internet that's good, and my camera blew out, my printer blew out. Lightning's a dangerous thing for your house, folks. It's a dangerous thing. And it just seems like everything's falling apart up there in the podcast room. But maybe DB will come in and save me at some point. That's kind of what he does sometimes, but I think he's just going to leave me hanging for as long as he can. But look, RBC Canadian Open this week. We're at some other golf course. I can't even remember what the name of the golf course is, but they last played here in 2019. And, so we're going to talk some golf today. We're going to talk, this is the betting show, I think. Yeah, this one's the betting show. And so we're going to talk our favorites. We're going to talk the season-long bet, which I think I may have gotten screwed a little bit on the season-long bet. I don't recall in the show that I was not on picking the person that is in the show notes. So I got a little bone to pick there. DB, welcome to my kitchen.
The Tour Junkies RBC Canadian betting show presented to you by Lightning. Okay, we presented by Lightning, folks, and you got to stay away from it. It could get you. You never know when it's going to get you, but it could get you. Pat's in his myself on a Miata t-shirt, sweating his balls off there in Savannah. But dang it, we're here. We said we got to make it happen. We tried to make it happen yesterday. We couldn't make it happen. I would say this too. Hope everyone had a happy Memorial Day. We remember those who gave the ultimate sacrifice and the family members they leave behind. We thank you to those folks. And we tried to get it done, but it just didn't. Pat's got all kind of stuff going on. Literally just took out everything. It looks like a beautiful day behind you now, though, Pat.
It's nice and sunny out there.
You got it's you did get the tournament right. I will say that. You got the tournament right. It's RBC Canadian. We're at the Hamilton Golf and Country.
Hamilton. I knew it was named after a play.
There you go. Yeah, named after a play. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I mean, we're ready to get into it. Par 70, a little over 7,000 yards. Guess what, Pat? Another course where they just did a big renovation. We got another renovation. I
heard about this.
At Wells Fargo. We had a renovation at Colonial. Now we got another one, man. It's just firm green. It's like the tour just said, hey, we need fresh tits on all our greens. So we need real firm. We need firm bolt-on greens on about 4/5 of our courses through the spring and summer. And that's what we're getting. We got all these greens got fresh, perky tits, and them things are hard. You can't. And we got no rain this week, finally. So there's not going to be any rain. I think the golf course is going to play firm and fast and good and delicious. Yeah, but we're ready to go. It's Canada. Happy Canadian week to our Canadian friends. We love you guys. We got a lot of Canadian listeners.
We do. We love them. Most of them.
I've been to Canada. It's a great place.
I have too, twice.
Went to Banff. And we were in Canada in February for the Waste Management Phoenix Open. It was freaking Canada there.
Yeah, it was. We were in that frozen tundra section.
Yes, I mean, now this is an ugly field. I will say that though. Not super thrilled about the field. Rory's here, of course, because he comes to dominate Canada. Here's what I will say too. I hope for the sake of our Canada friends, for the Canada people, that nothing weird happens, because this is where all the weird stuff has happened. We had the PIF thing last year. All these tournaments are kind of moved around a little bit. This was the tournament last year that got screwed with the PIF PGA Framework Agreement announcement. Wasn't it the year before that was the first week that all the live guys bailed, and I think that happened. I don't know. So I hope it goes off without a hitch. I really do hope it goes off without a hitch.
Well, I mean, last year you had Nick Taylor getting tackled.
Yeah, but at least that was in no, it wasn't Nick Taylor, it was Adam Hadwin. Adam Hadwin got
Or I
tackled.
mean, Adam had one. Sorry, no,
Which
it
is
was.
amazing.
Oh wait,
Adam Hadwin got tackled going to spray down Nick Taylor with the champagne.
oh, that's right. Okay, but it was Nick Taylor that won.
Nick
Okay,
Taylor
all right.
won
I was making
against
sure.
Tommy Fleetwood in the playoff, and of course, I
Yeah,
had Fleetwood. But, yeah, I just hope nothing strange happens and this tournament gets to go off for the Canada people, and it looks like the weather's gonna be perfect for them. So, a balmy 60-degree week, up there in Canada, but very different from what you're feeling right now.
yeah, for sure. It's quite humid here. The humidity has come into the South. You know, we had it. It's this is what happens. You know, we get this cool weather, and then all of a sudden, boom, it just hits you. And all it's summer. Summer
Yes.
happens
Summer
like
just
overnight.
Yeah, it just sneaks up on you. All right, let's talk about it. I mean, Pat, I will say there was in fact there wasn't there was a selection by proxy done last week,
Okay.
and we thought that we actually thought it was a good pick. I mean, just given all the circumstances that were going on in the season long bet situation, Scotty felt like the right pick. Honestly, I think he was. I think he was the right pick. Um,
I do
so
not.
so Scotty earned $809,000. I had Jordan Spieth, who earned $38,000. So we basically just swapped what happened at the PGA when Colin Morikawa, who I picked, won 814, and Cantlay won 32,000. So this is where we stand now. I'm still way
Okay.
behind, but it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. And I thought Scotty was a good bet last week,
Do
but
you think by proxy? Do you mean like? Do you think
honestly, I don't
you
remember
thought
having it happen. But
like for 1 second you thought I was going to take Scotty, like go against Scotty in a tournament? There was something
I
that
think if
like
there
a
was a
synapse.
tournament, I think if there was a tournament to go against him on, it would have been that one. That was our logic, and we were thinking, man, like, he's got the trial thing coming up on
Okay.
Tuesday, and
Yeah.
he could be feeling a certain way. I mean, that does make sense. That makes sense.
No.
So,
No, it
well,
doesn't.
anyway, sucks for you. I'm still far behind. It is what it is. That's just how it's going to go. Listen, we want to thank our friends at SoBet before we move on. Thank you to our friends at SoBet. SoBet been cleaning up, folks. Cleaning up. Baseball bets on SoBet are flying around. NBA playoffs, hockey playoffs, WNBA now is a thing. All of it's on SoBet with 60 plus handicappers giving out their best picks. We put out exclusive golf bets there every single week. I didn't have the best week this week. Full transparency, I didn't have the best week on SoBet with the top 10. I think we broke even with the placements. Maybe lost maybe a half unit on the placements, but anyway, we typically drop some good exclusive bets there on SoBet placement bets for golf. But it's the place to go if you're gambling in any capacity, big or small, whatever. Don't listen to those handicappers on X that you follow that don't have to really. You don't even know. It could be It could be a AI, or it could be a Filipino lady she's just making money off of X. She just uses AI to figure out what to put in there, and then she's swindling you, and you're getting her picks. She has no idea what a football is, or what a hockey puck is. She's just typing it in there. So don't do that. Like, follow some people who are verified, who are sought after to come on the SoBet platform and give picks. That's what you get with SoBet. And if you click the link in the description, our code TJ should pre-fill. If it doesn't, put in TJ when you sign up. You get your first month for $1, and every month after that for $9.95. Just 33 cents a day, people. Get it done. Thank you to our friends at SoBet. All right, Pat. I will say this: you've got on. Actually, let me just do this. Let's see here. Let's look at Hamilton Golf and Country Club. If I add this, bang! Look at that magic. Even without producer tone. If you're on Bet the Number, it's only going to bring up 2019 because that's the last year, relevant year that they played the RBC Canadian Open here at Hamilton Golf and Country Club. Like I said, par 70, around 7,100 yards roughly is what they've extended it to since the renovation. This is how it played in 2019. They do have fresh new bent grass greens. Here's your top 5 and what they did to get there. You can see Rory gaining strokes in every major strokes gain category. Shane Lowry, Webb Simpson, T2, Matt Kuchar, Brandt Snedeker. So you had like massive bomber Rory, Lowry, who can move it a little bit, and then you've got a few dink and dunkers that just made a lot on putting. Your greens and regulation number, so guys weren't missing a ton of greens. I think guys are going to miss a few more greens this week. They've added some key bunkers in certain places on the fairways. Plus, with the real firm titted greens, they're going to bounce and repel. They've removed some bunkers that were greenside and shaved it down to short grass. I think around the green play is going to be more important. There is kind of a bomber. There was, at least before these new bunker placements, a pretty significant bomber advantage here. And then here you can see kind of where the strokes gain approach numbers came in, the yardage distances and all that stuff. So I'm sure we will learn a lot about Hamilton Golf and Country Club before the week is over, when we get to kind of hear from the guys after seeing the course for the first time. We'll have plenty of intel on the course. All that will be disseminated in the Discord. We've already gotten some intel from the course. It's already been put in the Discord in the caddy info section. So if you are in the Discord and you are not checking the caddy info section, you better. Every single week. It was very helpful last week on a few things at Colonial. So check it this week. If you don't see caddy info or you don't have access to it, it's because you're not paying. Okay, you got to pay to see the goodies. Actually, I think caddy info we let people see. It's research we don't let people see.
Yeah.
All right, so top of the board, Rory leads the way at around plus 360, 4-1, maybe the best number you can get him on. You got Tommy Ladd, Sahith Theegala, Corey Connors, Alex Noren, Shane Lowry, Sam Burns, Cam Young, Mav McNeely, Adam Scott, all in the 30-1 or shorter range. Now, Pat, with all that's been going on in your life, how much research have you done, bud?
A tad.
Okay.
A tad.
Are you using the Bet the Number model, or have you had time to filter?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'm heavy BTN this week.
But the BTN model, you haven't built your own yet.
No.
Okay.
No Pat's Canadian model.
Okay, I built my own, but I had time and internet.
Yeah, I'm going all. Yeah, I didn't have internet till last night at 8 or 9 o'clock. So
okay,
yeah, all in on BTN this week.
All in on BTN. Of course, Rory is number one in the model, as he should be. And we just saw firm, bouncy greens at the Wells Fargo, which he dominated. He won this thing in 2019. He's playing great. T12 at the PGA. Disappointed some folks there at Valhalla, but still played well. For all intents and purposes, Rory should win. We're not betting him at plus 360. I can't bring myself to bet Tommy at 16 or 18-1. I'm just not going to do it. It's a little. Tommy checks all the boxes. He's doing fine, but I'm not doing it. There's two names in here that I'm actually going to bet, and one of them sounds silly to say, but
wait though.
Okay, what
should we do season long before you talk about the ones you like?
Oh yeah, we got to do season long bet.
Yeah, because we got to do that first, because then it kind of.
Whose turn is it? Let's see. Well, I picked first last time, so I picked Jordan Spieth, and then you picked Scotty Scheffler, if you remember.
Oh yeah, that was a great pick on my part.
Right. So you get to pick first.
Pick. Okay. First off, I don't know if Mav should count.
Yeah, he wasn't 30-1 to Open.
Yeah, and he's not. Pretty much most books don't have him. Neither does Adam Scott. But I mean, if we want to get into it, we can. But I think
Adam Scott was 30. I thought yesterday.
Yeah,
at 30. I have one name written down, so
I think I'm just going to go with Sam Burns.
Damn it, that's the one name I had written down.
Yeah, but there's a part of me that actually thinks that, he does show up well in the BTN model. I mean, he's 6th in the model. I think a lot of that's weighted heavily towards his shorter approach play, his putting, and off the tee. But he just hasn't been that great with his longer irons, longer approaches.
The putter has gotten colder.
Putter's been, I mean, he lost just over 5 strokes putting at the PGA Championship. Yeah. Gained at the Wells and lost at RBC Heritage and the Masters. Just not really feeling Sam Burns right now.
Gosh, dang it. Now I think, oh my gosh, like I literally, that was the only one I could bring myself to fade in this freaking range. You know what? I'm going to be bold here, Pat. I'm going to be bold. I'm going with the favorite Canadian on the board. I'm fading Corey Connors.
I actually don't mind that. I thought about it. I think that's
The approach play, obviously really good still, scares the crap out of me. Off the tee is going to be great, but it's typical Corey Connors. And I do think with these firm, bouncy greens, you're going to see, and short grass, which is to me tougher. It's going to make the chip shots longer than they were in 2019. You're chipping off a tight grass. Got to control your spin there. And he can't chip and putt. He's been terrible chipping and putting. So I think that'll hold him back a little bit. I doubt he misses the cut like he did in 2019. And he's been playing well, but golly, man. All right, I'm going Coco. That one scares me. I could see him getting, having one of those weeks and a magical week where he wins a back-to-back Canadians win the Canadian Open. All right. Well, I have two names that I like here. And the first one is Sahith Theegala, who opened at 20. I think now, let's see, where's the best number he can get on? Yeah, you can still get him at 20-1 on MGM. And, for me, I do think the putting, the chipping and putting is going to matter a lot here. And I know his chipping numbers haven't been great lately. I think that's kind of strange for him. The approach play has been improving. So, and I do think I think there's opportunity to miss it a little bit here at Hamilton based on what we've heard early reports on. I don't think you have to be like super perfect, but I do think his driving accuracy has been improving as well. So I'm going to go with Sahith at 20-1 on MGM. He's one of my favorites. I think I could see him doing well here. The putting and chipping thing is just getting a heavier weight for me than normal. He's 7th in DB's Canadian model. And who is 3rd in DB's Canadian model, who just feels disgusting. But I'm going Alex Noren. I'm going to continue to ride the Alex, and people can make fun of me, call me a slappy. He's 25-1 on MGM. He opened at 25 on DraftKings. He's down to 22 on DraftKings. He's been getting a little bit of love. Again, need we remind people, he's like an 8-time worldwide winner, including some big dick events on the DP World Tour. He's played in many majors. He's super hot right now. Like I just want to ride the hotness. I want to ride the lightning, Pat.
Yeah.
I want to ride the lightning.
I don't know if lightning's a good word for it.
He's just too on fire right now, and I want it. So I don't know. Like it feels a little bit like betting Tommy Fleetwood at 16, but I don't know. Those are the two I like. I like him. I like the Shane Lowry thing. I stared at Shane Lowry yesterday because obviously I've lost a lot of units betting Shane Lowry all year. But I mean, what he did at the and the only reason he didn't win a lot of those events or finish top 20 when I had him top 20 locks or whatever is because he's been putting like an absolute idiot. And then all of a sudden at the PGA, he gains 9 strokes putting. I can't. I gotta see that again. Like I need you to show me that again before I buy into that. It's tempting. I stared at it a lot yesterday, but I need to see that again. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to fall into the Shane Lowry trap just because he gained 9 strokes putting at Valhalla.
Okay, well, first off, 2 of my 3 names were Sahith and Alex Noren. I mean, look, I've been a big Alex Noren guy for a while now, so I got to continue, like you said, to ride it. I do think I'm falling into the trap of Shane Lowry. I think that, even though this course has changed a good amount, he has some good, some good memories here with that T2, even though it was well back of Rory. But he's checking some boxes here. I think, the number's okay. I think there is a little bit of a hot hand for sure with the putter. I mean, 9 strokes is ridiculous, especially after losing, strokes before that and three events pretty poorly. But if he can just get there and hang in there, and Rory doesn't just lap the field anyway, I could easily see Shane being there once again right at the end. So I feel like he's got a lot of confidence right now. So I'm gonna go with that a little bit. So I do like Shane right around that 22-1 number. Other than that, there's not really anybody in here. I mean, I always am looking at Cam Young.
Yeah.
I do think if we're going to put Mav McNeely in this category, there's a part of me that wants to, and maybe he's going to be more of a DFS play for me. But I do feel like he's been trending in the right direction.
He is trending. You can get him at 33 on MGM or
Yeah.
FanDuel right now. He is trending, and I see that. I think if I'm structuring an outright card, I was just looking at this because like his name's written down for me in the next range because he was longer than 30. But if I'm structuring an outright card, the more I look at it and think about it, the more I think it's just going to be Sahith, Noren, and then some nukes, and then probably just of like either saving some units for live or just saving some units for the next 3 weeks. Because I mean, we've got a signature event in Memorial next week. We've got the U.S. Open following that, and then a signature event at TBC River Highlands for the what's the name of it? Why did I just forget about this? What's the name of the tournament? TBC River Highlands Travelers. So I don't know. Mav at 35 just doesn't feel like enough, but he is trending.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on. Before we move on, I do want to show some people my early thoughts on some underdog, Pat, because we got underdog. Normally we're doing the show and underdog stuff isn't up yet, but now underdog stuff is up because we're doing the show on a Tuesday. So I just want to talk through a quick my underdog round 1 plays. Tell me what you think, Pat, over here on the right, because these guys are kind of falling into this range. A couple of them are. This is what I've done. I've got a 3 combo underdog round 1 play. Adam Scott lower than 69 strokes. You just got to shoot 1 under or better. 1 under gives us a push. Eric Cole higher. That helps boost the odds a little bit if we don't do the correlation.
Yeah.
Right. Eric Cole, I tweeted yesterday. Do you guys remember him? Like, golly, what a fall!
What happened?
I can't even believe how bad it's been. I saw his name yesterday, and I clicked on his player profile and bet the number. It's just red everywhere. Unreal fall. And then one of my favorites to actually bet outright in this range that we're moving to is Taylor Pendrith. At higher than 3.5 birdies or better. Our friends that bet the number, the average birdies or better per round in 2019 was 3.5. Basically, I do think golf course could play a little bit harder, but I think this place is going to suit Taylor Pendrith quite well. Obviously, the Canadians want to come out here and do their thing. He's playing well. I see him getting 4 birdies in round 1. You could flex that, and if you get all 3 correct, you triple up. If you just get 2 correct, you get your money back, basically. Or you could go standard and go 6.3. What do you think about those 3 plays?
I like them all. Adam Scott, I think is a good play, especially in that first round. Eric Cole, not sure if I know who that is. And then, you've got, Taylor Pendrith, who is, you've already alluded to this. He's probably my favorite Canadian play in the field. And he can definitely go low. He can definitely have some birdies. Course sets up pretty well for him. So I'm with you there. I will probably be firing in on that as soon as we get done. So,
yep. Now the underdog round 1 heater kind of came to a stop last week for me. I think we broke even because I had 1 hammer play that did work out. So I think most of all we broke even. I was 6-5 on the picks day 1. It wasn't as good, but my hammer card did hit, so that was good. But if you're in the Discord, be sure you're paying attention to DB's Bomb Shelter and the props chat every single day, every single round 1 especially. Those are the rounds we seem to really capitalize on. We got some good ones in there. We got some sharp props players in there as well. So that's a freebie there. If you're not on Underdog already, you need to get in there. Okay. In fact, now this is where Pick'em is available. So that's what I just showed you is the Pick'em. Now the best ball drafts are available in other states, most states, including Michigan now. So if it wasn't eligible for you and you're looking at this map and your state is now eligible in yellow, then congratulations. Click the link below. Use the code Junkies. It should pre-fill there and get yourself a deposit bonus up to $250 plus a free play, like a little free square special play. Can't say it's technically free, but it's almost free, like they say in the Bahamas. Almost free.
mm-hmm.
All right. In this range, I mean, I got 2 names. Actually, I don't even know if the one name might actually be longer now. So Pendrith is one. I mean,
Yeah, same
both
here.
both just talked about it. He is 19th in my model. I obviously love the putting. I think the distance advantage, the carry distance is going to help him here with some of these bunkers maybe that have been strategically placed. Good around the greens as well. So I'm in on Pendrith at I think the best number that we have for him is 55 to 1 on FanDuel. And the next one is actually in the next range. So honestly, I'm going to be disciplined here. That's the only guy in this range up to 75 to 1 for me.
Okay. Um, I feel like, EVR right around 45 to 1, maybe able to get him a little bit longer.
Gave him a look.
Yeah, 55 to 1 on
55 on
BetMGM.
Mhm.
So I think EVR is one that I'd be looking at. He's obviously had a pretty solid season. Um, T4 was his last best finish back in Myrtle Beach, a weaker field, gained a ton of strokes putting. He's a good putter in general. I mean, he's one of the top putters in this field, top 10, according to the BTN model with what they're looking at. So I think EVR is a pretty good play. Um, I keep looking at Davis Thompson, man, but I just feel like
Yep.
it's just I don't know. I think he's going to be one of those that I just miss the victory. If that I just like maybe I look at him more as a top 20 play, a top 10 play, but I just don't feel good about putting him on the card right now. So I would say I'm very similar to you. I think in this range, EVR and Taylor Pendrith are the main go-tos for me. And I think I'll just maybe wait and just see if I can get some live action on if some of these guys that are in this range have a decent first round or look like they're look positive the first day. Maybe like a Davis Thompson or somebody like Akshay. If Akshay has a really low first round, I could probably see myself looking at him. But pre-tournament, EVR and Taylor Pendrith are my favorites.
Okay. Let's move on to the next range, talking through some of the bombs up to 125 to 1. I like a few in here, actually. I'll start. He's a gross guy, man. I mean, we've had a history with this guy, especially I think you. But T4 at the Byron Nelson showing signs of life. Typically a pretty good player around the greens and a decent putter, gets hot, can win, can close the door. 80 to 1 on FanDuel. Matthew Wallace.
Yes,
Really?
I'm glad you mentioned him because I have him starred. I did. I think. I mean, if anybody in this range can win, it could be him. We've seen him do it before.
Yeah, I want guys yeah.
I mean, he's in pretty decent form too.
Yeah, I agree. A guy who I can't figure out here in this range at the same price, and he's not a winner yet, but he's had some close. He was T3 at the Amex, T6 at Torrey Pines, T9 at the Cognizant, T4 in Myrtle Beach. Is Kevin Yu also at 80?
Yes,
Like
I got him written down, but I
the
don't
guy
know if he
can't
could do
putt,
that.
but it's like when
Yeah,
he has these weeks where he can all of a sudden putt, like he did in Myrtle, um, like he did at the Farmers. He basically broke even at Amex and Cognizant. When he has those weeks, he's a top 10. Um, so I don't know. Like you is kind of interesting to me. I got two more. I'll let you toss out a couple before I wrap them up,
Oh, you want me to go now?
or I can. What? Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought when you were saying you were flowing to your next two.
I have
Uh,
two more to go, but I don't want to. I don't want to take all. I mean,
no, so I got a couple that I did have Kevin you written down, but I just don't know if I can go to him. Actually, the next guy I have is I think going to go in the further out range. I will say this. Uh, I'm I always want to bet Ryan Fox. That's just he's 70 to
I I think I used to be in that camp. I think I'm out.
I just I don't understand it with him. Like I feel like we see him just never get it together for 4 rounds. I mean, he's either really get into, he's always pretty good off the tee in general, but the approach play is just good or bad, but he had that T4 at Myrtle Beach. He had the T4. I mean, that was in the team event. I don't know. And I think Fox, some of this course could, we'll see. But he's one that I've looking at. Other than that, I really don't have any. There's only a couple more, but they're in a little bit further out range. So
I like, just because I think these guys. Well, I think Seamus Power at 100 on FanDuel is worth a look. Like long term, he's a better putter than he has been in 2024. He's good around the greens, and he's just been kind of coasting tee to green. But he's had some all right finishes. No top 10s yet, but he's had some top 20s recently. 2 out of his last 3 events, Heritage and Wells Fargo, T12, T16 there. And we know that Seamus Power is a PGA Tour winner. He can close. So 100-1 is enticing to me. I think my favorites here, if I had to pick 2, it's Wallace and Power, because I've seen him get it done.
mm-hmm.
The speculative plays here are Kevin Yu, and also at 110-1, S.H. Kim.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, I don't know. 4th at the Byron Nelson, like he's just I don't know what I say. He's a schizophrenic. Like I don't know when and at what point S.H. Kim is going to do something. It seems like for the most part, he's a good putter. He hits the ball further than average, less than average in terms of driving accuracy, longer than average in terms of distance. And he just has these spike moments. I don't know. Probably not, but he's like, I keep looking at him. That's probably it for me in this range.
Okay. That's same for me. I've got a couple longer shot bombs, and that's it.
All right, let's move on to those. I want to thank our friends at Swannies. Neither one of us are wearing any Swannies today. I mean, I'm wearing my Loud Fresh Prince of Bel-Air shirt. Pat's got to have his sleeves off for myself on the Miata t-shirt he's got there. But you should, Swannies is where it's at. And click the link in the description. TJ25 still gets you 25% off your entire order at swannies.co. Everything right here in the U.S., shipped anywhere to U.S. and Canada. Good family-owned, family-based company. Been in operation for almost 9 years, about as long as we have. Great people, good to work with, great customer service, incredible quality clothing found in, I think, over 1,000 pro shops nationwide. Good stuff, okay? High-quality stuff. Check it out for yourself. If you're a dude, if you're a lady, they got stuff for you. And if you're a junior junkie, they got stuff for you too. So they got it all covered. Check it out, swannies.co, TJ25 for 25% off your entire order. All right, Pat, hit me with the bombs. The massive, massive bombs.
I got two here.
Okay.
Both of them have been playing surprisingly well lately. One coming off of a T24 at the CJ Cup and a top 10 at Myrtle Beach, and that's Patton Kizzire at 130-1.
I agree. I
Yeah.
I have it. He's 150 on FanDuel, by the way.
Okay, well, yeah, then grab that. I mean, 3 or 4 straight finishes of his starts are inside the top 30. I think Kizzire, when you look at the play when you look at the model, he's actually 18th in the BTN model. Checks a box, on approach. He's number 1 in approach from 75 to 125 yards, and top 10 from 175 to 250. So I do like Patton Kizzire a lot this week. The other bomb is another guy that's kind of in that Kizzire category, sort of, and that's Kevin Tway. I mean,
Kevin Tway.
Kevin Tway has, a top 10 at the CJ, T43 at the Wells Fargo. Last week at the Charles Schwab, he has a top 25. But then before that, the Zurich, he's T11. Corrales, he's 3rd. We could throw out the team event, but still, I think Kevin Tway. Now he's 150-1 when I'm looking at on DKs. He's probably longer on some other.
170 on FanDuel.
Yeah. I just think, he's not going to show up like at the top of your models, but the way he's been playing makes a little sense to fire him in as a little bit of a bomb. So,
yeah, Kizzire and Tway were 2 of my favorites. I'll throw out. I can't believe you didn't say it, but I mean, just from a guy who's a veteran, who's had some, you know, I don't think he's ever won on tour, but he's been close. Good putter, good around the greens, accurate off the tee. Sam Ryder at 250,
Yeah.
250 to 1 on FanDuel for Sam Ryder. It just seems like I'm getting a guy, a veteran that can putt and can get streaky hot with irons. Like, look at his 2024. He's either neutral or he's pretty dialed. So other than that, I'm with you, Kazire and Tway. Now, the Canadian Ben Silverman does kind of get me a little bit. By the way, one of the most underrated comedies of all time that came up in the 90s was Saving Silverman. Great movie.
Yeah, it is a good one.
Fantastic movie. If you've not watched it, you need to go watch it. But Silverman's 125 to 1 on MGM. I don't know. Like, it's probably a better top. I mean, if you really think Ben Silverman is a stud, which he hits it straight, not very far, good around the green play, good putter, irons are kind of trash. But, you know, if you really like a little upside on Ben Silverman, maybe he's a better top 10 or top 20 bet. I mean, being Canadian, he's probably got a lot of pressure to, you know, he wants to win this thing. Like, it might be tough for him to pull that off. But anyway, yeah, I prefer Kazire, Tway, and Ryder. All right, let's talk about it. Top 20s, locks and bombs, and then we'll get out of here. All right, let's go. I'm gonna go. I'll start. We'll go ping pong here, Pat.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
My first lock is going to be Noren plus 125.
Whoa.
Top 20.
Man, I'm not seeing that number.
Oh, did that change?
I think it's down a little bit. I'm looking over on Data Golf.
Oh dear. Okay. Oh yeah, he's shortened. He's plus 110.
Yeah.
It's still my guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna take him too, so I'm gonna ping pong it over to me to Shane Lowry at plus 120.
Lowry. I am going to I'm going to go deep here with the lock, because normally, you know, I'm going Pendrith plus 230.
Okay.
That's how good I feel about Pendrith this week.
Well, I feel pretty good. I like that, but I do feel good about EVR too as a top 20 at plus 210. Plus 210.
I don't like that.
Actually, I'll say this. My favorite top 20 was really who I wanted to be the long shot, but he's not in the category. But this is like kind of my favorite sort of a long shot is Mac Meisner.
Plus Mac Meisner.
I like, he's become one of my new favorites. Guy just keeps reeling off top 25s every week.
You were all over him in the Discord Wednesday night live chat last week.
Yeah, he's the bonus play. I get a bonus one this week since
you gave us a full dissertation on Mac Meisner last week, and
he finished T7,
and it hit. Well done. And he's actually shortened quite a bit, because yesterday I wrote him down at 4 to 1, and now he's, what did you say he was, plus 280?
Plus 280. I was hoping to be at 4 to 1, and he was going to be my long shot top 20, but he doesn't fit.
So who is your long shot top?
Well, I mean, I'm got to go with either Kazire or Tway, and I think I feel a little more confident about Tway. So I think I'm going to go Tway. Looks like he's plus 450.
I kind of want to give out a different name here. I think I kind of want to give a bomb. Like a big, big, big bomb. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with one of the most accurate fairway finding son of a guns in the field, which even with the renovations, I think is still going to be beneficial. We're going to see plenty of guys up there that can do this. And he's got some top 20s on the season. He's got a couple top 20s this year in 2024, year of our Lord. He doesn't get many opportunities. The dude can roll the rock too. I'm going Kelly Craft plus 750.
Ooh,
top 20 bomb.
You've been pretty good with these in the past.
I do think I do well with like the super bombs.
Yeah,
the mega bombs. All right, there we go. There you have it. That's a good one, huh? That's a crisp Canadian, crisp show. thanks to everybody for watching. Thank you, Pat, for going through all the hoops you had to go through to make it work. You're a man of the people. And
Yeah.
gosh dang it, we appreciate it. All right. All right,
Thank you.
everybody. Let's have a great RBC Canadian Open week. Next week, we've got a Memorial Signature event. It's going to be a good show there. Check out the DFS show as well. We'll be doing that this week for the Canadians. Let's have a great week and bend over your bookie. See ya.